Alright, 5-9. Welcome to the MP squad.
You ready? All right.
About game time. Bring the pain time.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Thursday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Bogdanovic are the guards. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. And it's Reza Shea in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Dillingham is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's MP. And it's Randall in at the power forward. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting. There's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
And with the season in its stretch run, MP's been out to prove that his name should be on the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Well, he plays with a lot of pride, and we've seen that all season. But as much as individual goals matter, he's got to keep in mind that the best way to show his worth is to help the team win. And no point in accumulating individual accolades if your team hasn't had success. Winning still needs to be the #1 priority.
And it's Reza Shea missing. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. Older guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive if they hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And the Timberwolves with possession. The question on everybody's mind is, will they surpass the 71-72 Lakers, 33 wins in a row? We will see tonight.
Look, at the end of the day, this team, of course, wants to win an NBA championship when it's all said and done. And you know that's what they have their sights on. But it is so nice to enjoy the hype and accolades of a team that is right now steamrolling through the entire league in this incredible stretch. Wow, this has been an amazing thing to watch.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Minnesota's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
No problems knocking that one down.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Sinks the three-pointer. MP's got 12 points in the game.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
The Hawks have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Here's Young. Pass to Rizachet. Okongwu with it. It's stolen by Gobert. One-on-one here. Here's MP. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 11. Here's Rizachet. No good on the 3. MP inside. He's against Young. A nice shot by MP.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
A floater. MP grabs the miss. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 16-3 run right now. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple. MP's got 19 points.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Hunter's checked in. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Young passes to Okongwu. Hunter against Randall. Puts it up from 12. And too long on the shot. Timberwolves leading by 16. And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
Sinks the triple.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Pass to Rizachet. Okongwu with it. Got a piece of it. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's MP. In the corner, Dillingham with it. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Yep, that one goes.
A solid mid-range shooter. Hunter knows where his strengths are.
MP passes to DiVincenzo. Randall outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, the need with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Johnson outside. Pass to Bufkin. And a missed layup.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
And so it's Minnesota holding a 22-point lead. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
They've got Dillingham. Reed is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's MP in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He contributed 61 points, and his glass work resulted in a season-high rebound total for him as well. The stats he put up were amazing. He knew nobody could slow him down, and he went to work. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Now, MP. Following DeAndre Hunter's three-point attempt. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Hunter. And just miss after miss right now.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
MP, good.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now, here's Johnson. Back to Daniels. Johnson the screen. Minnesota with the rebound. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Here's Johnson. Following the basket by MP.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Atlanta again missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Launches it. Kept alive, Minnesota. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by the Timberwolves.
Here's MP. Has to Gobert. Back to MP. Fires the three. A rebound by Johnson. The Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Hunter kicks to Daniels. A three-pointer, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. The shot and game clock separated by 4. MP, good.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And it's the Hawks' ball. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Gobert, no good with the layup. MP has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. Right back after this break.
Welcome to halftime, folks. And so far, MP has been...
Well, they're running the offense through MP. A guy who just continues to elevate his game, never stops working. This is...
And next, a look at some of the possible... And that's all for us. Now...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Boy, he's been aggressive looking for his shot. Remarkable effort on the offensive end in that first half.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. The front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Young and Bogdanovich are the guards. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot. Let's check in. With our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball, too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it, too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the dunk by MP.
By the time this young man is done, MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Rizushea. Jacks up a 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Some changes for Minnesota. McDaniels, he's checked in for MP. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. And Nickeil Alexander. Timberwolves called their first timeout. 17 seconds left to play in the third. MP against Hunter. From the arc. That shot off the mark. And so it's Minnesota leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for... So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
And coming up is Coach Patrick. Come on to the game and leave with your $30 from your
The National Basketball Association and the Minnesota Timberwolves are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to avoid any offensive behavior, such as fighting, throwing baskets, using the proper language or gestures, ensure the court.
And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, these guys, welcome and thanks for watching the NBA on This Is That Grind It Out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, BA. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
And we talked about it for a few games now, but MP has been on a mission as of late to ensure he's taken home that Rookie of the Year trophy.
Well, they say to set realistic goals, and I'd say that goal is very realistic with the way he's played to this point. He is having a phenomenal rookie season.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. Poole and Kispert at the 1 and 2. Kyle Kuzma out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Bey in at the small forward. Grant, it's hard not to dwell on the fact that MP has moved past Jordan's total. The 86-87 season, he had 3,041 points. That was MJ's highest scoring season ever.
As much of a killer instinct as Jordan had, MP may be even more driven. He doesn't just want to win. He wants to do maximum damage. A very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Kispert, right side. Back to Bey. Kuzma, outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Poole. 4-3. Drills it from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Hits the trifecta. MP's got 9.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
And Stan, after they traded for Rudy Gobert, it took some time for the Wolves to gel.
It did, Brian. He's a unique player, and it's a process. But obviously a 14-win improvement last season. They have found their identity as a defensive juggernaut.
Fires the 3. Rebounded by Kuzma. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Bey passes to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Strong finish by Valanciunas. He likes exerting his will close to the rim.
Oh, got that one up quick. 12 points for him.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. I'm being told we've got Shams Charania on the line with a developing story. Shams, what's the scoop?
Thanks, Brian. With all the teams working against the upcoming trade deadline, news tonight is about the Atlanta Hawks. They are very excited to add D'Angelo Russell to their roster. He can bring them some more outside shooting and a guy who can make some smart passes. And as far as they're concerned, I'm told this deal, they believe, takes them to the next level offensively.
Always great to hear from you, Shams. Thanks so much. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 10.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now a timeout called by Washington. A tough loss coming against the Lakers in their last game played.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Anthony Edwards. And Washington will go for a different look here. Sarge checked in for Kuzma. George comes in for Bay. Davis, he's checked in for Kispert. And Brogdon is subbed in for Poole.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
The Wizards trail by 16. 1:07 left to play in the first. Now here's Brogdon. He's covered closely. The foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Baldwin's checked in for Washington. Kispert comes in for Davis. And Washington has possession. Outside Brogdon. Shot clock at 5. Buries it from 3.
A legitimate threat beyond the arc. Brogdon's sense for when to shoot from there is outstanding.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's MP. Pass to Ingles. Here's Dillingham. From deep, MP. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Wizards trail by 16. Here's Brogdon. Coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers.
The offensive IQ Brogdon has is fantastic. A creative score in close.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now here's MP. Not a lot of room. Beyond the arc. On target from range. MP's got 27 points.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Off the mark there with a 3. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. We'll be right back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
MP is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Rudy Gobert. And it's Dillingham in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. And he had a monster game that last time out. He'll try to match or even exceed those numbers tonight. That's got to be scary to face, Brian.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Carrington, no good. Minnesota leading by 21. The drive by MP. MP is doubled. Over to the left wing. Lets it go from deep. Offensive board. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep, MP. And again for three. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in three-point shot tonight.
Now here's Robinson. Inside. Here's Sarr. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
You know, Sarr established himself in the paint and took advantage of what they gave him.
From deep, MP. It's hauled in by Carrington.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. Minnesota's gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
That's what Reed brings to the table. He's got an impressive combination of strength and mobility.
Now a timeout called by Washington. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. And MP getting it done for the Timberwolves. He's nearing the 40-point mark, just getting whatever shot he wants. Back to the game after this break.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Seems like they can't miss, just rolling offensively, getting whatever they want.
You haven't heard this in a while, fella.
And we've got some trades being made around the league. Always a compelling story.
Yeah, what do you think about the trade for D'Angelo?
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
So on the floor for the Wizards, Poole and Kispert at the 1 and 2. Jonas Valanciunas out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Bey in at the 3 spot. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
And the foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Bay from long range.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Valanciunas passes to Kispert. Valanciunas with a screen on Edwards. Washington again can't hit.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert. Tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. Reed's checked in for Julius Randle. Here's Poole. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And it's Poole with the ball for the Washington Wizards. They're scoreless since the first half. And the Wizards call time here. The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. All right, let's honor a player who set the bar high last month. Our player of the month for the West, MP.
And having a man of his talents in the small forward position gives them so many options. On both ends of the floor, he's able to swoop in and provide his team with just about anything they need.
Hey, no good.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Poole outside. Back to Kispert. There's the three. Fires in the triple. Kispert's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's exactly what you want from Poole. Playing unselfish and finding the open man.
From the arc. Yet another bucket.
There it is. 50 points for him, and the record is his.
Boy, I'm in awe of his season. To have this many 50-point games is just something most players dream of.
Yeah, and to see MP overtake Wilt Chamberlain, this is a generational season he's having.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. Sarr's checked in for Washington. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Poole. Sarr misses.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Chris Finch calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Valanciunas passes to Bay. Poole outside. Pass to Valanciunas. Kuzma for three. And again, Washington, no good. And for Minnesota, they're shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. They've got MP Dillingham out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Reed in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And here's MP from outside. Connects from downtown. MP's got 54 points.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
Kuzma outside. Takes a 3. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
A moment here for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer from Minnesota provided some information. He said it's a neck strain and they're attempting to loosen it up as we speak. He's not returning tonight. Shouldn't be out too long, but we'll see. Guys, back to you.
Well, we appreciate it, Allie. Hoping to see him back on the court soon, guys.
They really hope to have him back, but it's so crucial that he's healthy when he returns. But it's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And they're going to win this one, making this their 47th victory so far.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Oh, MP with a block.
Displaying an innate ability to detect the score attempt. MP will do well to keep honing that skill.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with a block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Yeah,
Welcome to the NBA Rising Stars Challenge, a game that has become such a special part of All-Star festivities.
And that's really because it always provides us with such an entertaining look at the next generation of NBA stars. In a game like this where the pressure's off and it's all about having fun, I think you really get an opportunity to see just how skilled these young players are.
Exactly. I mean, nobody's going to get on top of you if you go behind your back or you try something out of the ordinary. And that means we get to see these young guys pull off some amazing plays in this game every year.
Here are the starters for the sophomores. Podziemski out there with Henderson. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
Now, here's MP. Good on the three-point shot.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
The sophomores off to a slow start. 7-point differential. Henderson looking it over. A three ball. And it's MP with the rebound. You brought up the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
And here's Henderson following the three-pointer by MP. Henderson outside. 5 on the clock. To halt the run, and then Henderson with the jam.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hops.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans. Here's Henderson,
following the basket by MP. And the rejection by MP. 3 on 3. Here's Dillingham. Good, and the assist goes to MP. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Weekend. I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Erik Spoelstra, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. And coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
It balls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, he's certainly seen his share of the ball tonight.
I would say maybe more than his fair share. I mean, he's not going to make too many friends out there if he's not willing to spread that sugar a little bit.
Henderson finds Thompson. Oh, good with the triple.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Got that one up quick. MP's got 22.
MP looking solid from there.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Now here's Henderson. And he drives in, plays it up, and banks it in.
You know, I know his NBA career is just starting out, but he has been logging some veteran minutes in the regular season.
Well, in his short time in the league, Greg, he's earned the full confidence of the coaching staff. They're not afraid to use him in any situation.
Henderson with it. And the layup's good off the glass. Henderson's got 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Rookies lead by 14. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back as we get a glimpse of the future. Changing it up here.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Taking a look at the sophomores, we've got Jaime Jaquez. Cam Whitmore is out there with Grady Dick. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Wembanyama. Dick with it. Here's Wembanyama. Guarded by Holmes. Holmes against Wembanyama. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Smart play there. I don't think we give Wemby's IQ for the game enough love, but he was a pro in France at a young age, and that obviously gave him a lot of experience.
Reza Shea, he's checked in for the rookies. Dillingham comes in for Carter. And here's MP for 3. And the 3 ball is good. MP's got 31.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
With the second effort, and Thompson sends it back.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Here's MP. He has 31. Drills the three-pointer.